Hey guys, welcome back to the Fool Show. Of course, I am Foolish Phil. Michigan just wrapped up their 24-13 loss to the Oklahoma Sooners. Michigan falls to 1-1 on the season. This is a game that you'll look back at in hopefully a year, maybe even later this year, but a year, 2 years down the road, and you'll see the growth of Bryce Underwood. You hope you'll see the growth of the Michigan offense. You'll see Michigan have a more balanced attack offensively, if you will, because it's really just so easy to stop Michigan, just stop the run. Michigan had very little go their way. In fact, they were shut out for the first time since 2020, the COVID year, where Michigan's team was just dreadful. And for all those various reasons to go along with COVID, but 59 straight games Michigan had scored in the first half till this one. Of course, Zavada missed a field goal, 33-yarder he missed, so Michigan, their All-American kicker misses a field goal, which could have made it, 7-3. Michigan just found ways to make a few plays here and there, thanks to Oklahoma for making some bad throws, a pick, and, some other miscalculations, a fumble on special teams along the way and such. And Michigan just couldn't get much going offensively. Credit to Oklahoma. It'll be interesting to see how Oklahoma fares going forward. I'm not saying Michigan's this juggernaut offense. It's just kind of interesting early in the season, what type of team is Michigan going to be? What type of team is Oklahoma going to be? Oklahoma played solid run defense. Outside of the 75-yard touchdown run by Haynes, they had 71 yards on 31 carries. So, yeah, I know the stats for Haynes look great. Yeah, 1 carry for 75 yards. Great. Glad you took it to the house when you had the chance. Besides that, Michigan's offense had 2 field goals and a missed field goal. Not that great. And one of those field goals came on a muffed punt where they just went 3 and out, basically. And, so they settled for the field goal. You can just see where Underwood's inexperience limited him, right? Just for the Michigan's real last chance in the game before the 8-minute time-sucking Oklahoma drive. Bryce Underwood had the wheel route to number 83, and he's blitzed. He doesn't sit in there well if he doesn't see it, whatever it is, and misses him. That's a touchdown if you just put it on him. Doesn't happen. Underwood started fine, 4 for 5, but then he went, I believe it was 3 for his next 17 or something like that. Just not great. Another stat which the broadcast brought out was against the blitz, he was 0 of 8 against the blitz. So, that's not good. Reverse of that, Mater, I was thinking Mater, sorry. My kids watch Cars. But Mater comes in and runs the ball, I think, more 19 times, and he has 270 rushing yards, passing yards. He has 2 touchdown rushes as well. Just, wins the game for them. And Michigan really struggles against playing a running quarterback, and it showed its head tonight. Michigan did not account for him nearly as well as they should have. It certainly hurt not having Barnham in the first half due to that bogus suspension for targeting, which wasn't really. But alas, that's what it is. The refs, the Big Ten appealed. NCAA ruled it was the proper call and didn't overturn it. So thus it is. I would not expect the NCAA to do Michigan any favors in the near future. I think we're on the NCAA's blacklist forever. So, but it's impressive to me and discouraging in a way too, though, that last drive for Oklahoma, 8 minutes 17 seconds I think it was on there, and they just ran the ball and Michigan could not get a stop. And when Michigan finally got a stop, they had the unfortunate break of grabbing Mateer's face mask and giving him a first down. Speaking of breaks, I just knew I was almost going to call it right there when it was 21-7, that 21-7 touchdown drive. Mateer had it where I think it was Hillman, number 6, came in on a blitz, had him dead to rights, and doesn't make the tackle. Then he scrambles a little bit and hits that guy for like a nice 30-yard chunk. And, of course, the next play he runs it in for the touchdown. And the play before that, before the missed sack, Michigan almost has a pick, but that guy who caught that scramble play broke up the interception. You just see the breaks are not going your way when that happens. I know Michigan got some breaks early and didn't capitalize. That's the difference in the game. Oklahoma capitalized on their breaks, where Michigan didn't intercept the ball. Michigan didn't sack Matier. Oklahoma capitalized. Michigan recovers a muff punt. They get a field goal. Michigan gets an interception earlier in the game. Doesn't get anything out of it. Michigan, has a roughing the kicker penalty and, extended drive, and they get nothing out of that. I think that one might have been the missed field goal. I'm not sure offhand. But Michigan didn't take advantage of when they had breaks. Oklahoma did. There's your victory right there. Right there. An 8-point victory, and, that's just what it is. It's hard to go on the road and win at night, especially with a true freshman quarterback who just turned 18. Growing pains, growing pains, growing pains. There were plays to be made. They didn't happen. Which brings me back to two things. One, I think the playbook was too predictable. Don't get me wrong. Oklahoma seemed to be aggressive at the line, blitzing multiple people. You can just see the experience. Like, Matier, I know he's experienced. Michigan's blitzing 7 people. He finds the running back for a critical first down, right on that 8-minute drive. Lobs it over him, right, for a first down. Great. Underwood, not experienced. If there's someone open, he's being blitzed, he doesn't find him. I'm not saying they're open. I don't have that all 22 camera to see if someone was actually open that replays don't show. But he doesn't have the experience, so he throws off his back foot, ball sails high, incomplete. Whereas Matier scrambles a little bit and throws accurately on the run. Experience, experience, experience. And that's what we got to see the difference in tonight. Matier had experience, led the team, the Oklahoma Sooners, to the victory. I'm just discouraged by how the Michigan offense seemed to be, hey, let's run up the middle and let's do quick passes to the outside. And those were being blown up. It was just discouraging. And then, again, I'm not sold on Sherrone Moore as a head coach. I think he's a really good recruiter. But as, again, evidence, Michigan had to burn 2 timeouts on their last substantial drive. Because, one, Moore didn't like if something, had to run down and call a timeout. Then after a sack for Underwood, we don't get the play in quick enough and have to call another timeout. We'll see how it goes, but, I'm not sold on Sherrone Moore. It is always a little concerning when you have a guy who's never been a head coach come in and be a head coach. I mean, you hope that he would be, better at, like, this. If he's the O-line coach, which he was before he got promoted to this, why isn't our O-line better? Like, before when he could focus on that, I guess you could say, they won the best O-line in the country award, fine. But since he's been a head coach, it's been kind of a weak spot. I don't know. Just rambling. It's after 11. I'm tired. If you guys have any thoughts about Michigan's loss, some keys to the game, some thoughts you have about Underwood, about the coaching, about the defense, you let me know. Put them in the box below. I'll try to respond as I am able to. Thanks so much for watching. Until I see you guys next time. As always, go Blue.